Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Astro Q&A with Vic DiCara.
Question 1.
Why did you decide to switch from Vedic to Western? Okay, I didn't switch from Vedic to Western astrology. I'm a Vedic astrologer. But the hard thing for people to understand is that the actual Sanskrit text that Vedic astrology is supposed to be based on clearly define the 12 signs as tropical signs. That means anchored to the equinoxes and the solstices. And then they have a separate calculation for stars or constellations, which they call nakshatra, which are clearly defined as sidereal things. So I did not switch from being a Vedic astrologer to a Western astrologer. I switched from being a Vedic astrologer that uses sidereal zodiac to being a Vedic astrologer that uses the tropical zodiac, because the real definition of the zodiac in the Vedic astrology texts is tropical. Thanks.
Question 2.
What's the real difference between Vedic astrology and Western astrology? Most people think that the difference between Vedic astrology and Western astrology is that Vedic astrology uses a sidereal zodiac and Western astrology uses a tropical zodiac. That's bogus. There's Western astrology that uses sidereal zodiac, and actually, as you can see with myself and others, there's Vedic astrology that uses tropical zodiac. The actual difference between Vedic and Western astrology is in the techniques used. Vedic astrology uses whole sign houses. Western astrology uses dynamic houses. Vedic astrology uses puta drishti of a specific set, the specific type of aspects. And Western astrology uses a whole different type of aspect set. Vedic astrology uses dashas primarily for timing things, and Western astrology primarily uses progressions and transits. Vedic astrology very much utilizes the nakshatras, or the fixed stars. Western astrology only sometimes to some extent. Vedic astrology very thoroughly uses subdivisional charts, the angshas. Western astrology doesn't really do that anymore. And Vedic astrology has a whole set of evaluation principles, which are described as yogas or combinations. These combination principles tend to be very much house-based, whereas Western astrology tends to be more aspect-based. So those are the main differences between the two systems, not the type of zodiac used.
Question 3.
In Western astrology, I'm Sagittarius, but in Vedic astrology, I'm Capricorn. Which one is more accurate? It doesn't matter, because you're not a single sign. The real chart is a whole bunch of different factors, including the sun sign, the moon sign, the rising sign, the placement of planets in different houses, etc., 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 etc. So just because the sign of your sun is more accurate for you in a sidereal system doesn't mean that the sidereal system is more accurate. It just means that it's a coincidence for you that the sign of your sun happens to really describe you really well if you use such and such coordinates. Real astrology is done based on all the factors of a chart, not of a single sign.
Question 4.
In a birth chart, why is the east on the left? It's just a convention that the east is on the left. In some wheel systems, it's on the top. In the North Indian Persian system, it's on the top. The east is on the top. In the South Indian system, it could be anywhere, because the South Indian system is anchored to the signs, not to the houses. You can draw it if you want. You can put the east on the right. Then you would also have to change the order of the signs from being counterclockwise to being clockwise. Otherwise, you'll flip the up and down. And as far as why this convention arose of having it on the left, the way I see it is the focus in a chart is inside the chart, looking out. If you're looking at the chart, then it seems weird that the east is on the left. But if you picture yourself inside the chart looking out, then it makes sense. And then the east becomes on the right, like you would expect.
5.
In a birth chart, what is a sign of prosperity in a foreign land? The 12th house is the main indicator of foreign things. The 6th house is another indicator, a secondary indicator. Because when you're in a foreign place, things are a little bit difficult. Things work against you. So the 6th house also happens to do with foreign things. 12th house has to do with foreign things because it's totally unlike the place where you were born. And it kind of challenges everything. Challenges your initial culture, drains your trust and faith and acceptance of your initial culture, changes your outlook on things. So that's why the 12th and the 6th have to do with foreign places. So if you see the 12th Lord, the 6th Lord in a prominent place in the chart, it means the person does a lot of things with foreigners, foreign ideas, foreign places. And if the 12th Lord interacts with the 4th house or the 4th Lord, it means they probably move to foreign places. And if the 12th Lord is positive doing such a thing, then it means that there's prosperity by doing that move to a foreign place. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share, and leave a comment below. You can ask your questions there too. And please visit my website, vicdicara.com, for readings, classes, books, links to my Facebook and blog and all kinds of stuff.